And across Metro Atlanta, most school districts plan to close starting Monday. That includes Fulton, Cobb, Gwinnett, DeKalb, and the city of Atlanta. Most expect to be closed for 2 weeks. Specific school closure information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's also listed on the CBS 46 website. Most districts plan to continue teaching students online.
But tonight, thousands of parents are left to try and figure out what will happen next. CBS 46's Trayson Bragg is live in Cobb County with that part of the story. Trayson?
That's right. Well, that uncertainty is exactly what parents all over the metro are scrambling to figure out right now. And they need to figure it out quickly because come Monday, schools, including the one you see behind me, will be shut down. It's the announcement most parents don't want to hear.
She's like, hey, we're closing schools.
Especially when that closure is due to a potentially deadly virus quickly spreading across the nation.
They say it's because of the coronavirus precaution.
But it's exactly what parents all over Metro Atlanta are experiencing right now.
I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with these kids?
Most schools across Metro Atlanta plan to close for 2 weeks, and the number of districts joining that list continues to grow.
That's going to be a big challenge for me, just trying to have that work, mom life, and try to keep them entertained.
Karen Peralta says her number one concern is making sure her children don't fall behind in their studies.
My question is, how long is school going to last? Are we extending school? Because let's be realistic, I really don't have a time to sit with them as a teacher will do, right? Because I have to work too. So that's my biggest concern.
So here's the good news for parents with similar concerns to Peralta's. As you already mentioned, most of those schools have announced that they are going to be creating or instituting some type of digital learning platform for students to stay up to date with their coursework. I actually spoke to Gwinnett County Schools. They say they've already done this in the past when they've had inclement weather issues. So their teachers and their students are already familiar with how their digital coursework is going to be handled, and they are ready to use it moving forward. Sean?
Trayson, internet access, it is not available to everyone. Some people simply don't get it because they can't afford it. So what about those students who don't have access to the internet? How will they get their coursework?
Well, that's actually a great question. Gwinnett County Schools says they are going to consider that similar to an absence. So those students who don't have internet access, once schools are reinstated, they will then have a certain amount of time to catch up on that coursework, so they won't be penalized for not having the internet. Sean?
Trayson, we appreciate that update. I know you're going to continue to ask questions. We'll get an update tonight at 11 on CBS 46.